Let's move on to number 6. Number 6. We've got a thesis. We've got some idea about how to organize our paragraph. We've got some flash vocab to throw around. We know how to move between paragraphs with transitions, and we know how to make our sentences in the paragraphs sparkle with sentence variety using subordination. But we still have to support our thesis. So how are we going to support our thesis? We're going to support it with content examples. So content examples are going to be the basis for supporting whatever prompt the College Board throws at us. Content examples. Now we touched on this briefly, so let's talk about it in a little more depth now. Content examples. Where are our content examples going to come from? Literature. So let's take a little, we'll make a little matrix out of this. So literature. Charlie says literature. For example, you have some idea of what we can use in literature?
Scarlet Letter. Scarlet
Letter, our classic high school, junior year literary extravaganza. Scarlet Letter. I'll just abbreviate this here with Scarlet. Scarlet Letter. Now, the Scarlet Letter have the key components of what we want in our content examples, which is to say the D word. D word being
drama.
Drama. Is there some drama here? Are there any obstacles overcome?
Yeah.
Challenges met?
Yes.
And progress ensues. At the end, she becomes a helpful, charitable member of the community. So, yeah, she's got all that drama encapsulated in her story. And it's easy to spin that and encapsulate it in a paragraph and use it to support whatever SAT prompt comes up, because the prompts will all involve some kind of drama. So as long as your content example has drama, you'll be able to keep your pencil moving and score a top, have a top scoring essay. Anything else from literature?
Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath. I'll just say grapes. Grapes of Wrath. Grapes of Wrath. The Okies leaving Oklahoma to the promise of brighter things to come in California, and overcoming obstacles along the way. Does it end happily, or does it end tragically?
Tragic.
It does. Well, Tom Joad, the key character, right, is kind of an outlaw and an outcast at the end. But does that mean you can't use it just because it has a tragic ending? No, you can talk about it being a cautionary tale. And you can also just focus not on Tom Joad, but on Ma Joad. Because at the end of the book and in the movie, and does it matter whether you're in the book or the movie? No, they can both be used for SAT essays, books and movies. Ma Joad is seen driving away with her family, saying that we're the people, and we'll persevere. So she's overcome obstacles, met challenges, and achieved success by holding her family together. So, excellent drama, excellent use of literary work for a SAT essay. Anything else in her literature?
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. And perfect tragedy. We got lots of obstacles overcome. The Montagues and the Capulets, the classic family feud, and the star-crossed lovers who, because of miscommunications, never actually connect. Is there anything that we could use for progress ensues in this? At the end of the play,
Don't the families reunite?
The families reunite, exactly, and the star-crossed lovers, are a cautionary tale, but nonetheless, the families have come together and overcome obstacles, met challenges, and progress ensues. So, a couple of classic literary works. Anything else?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Okay, so we can do lit, and we can also do trash novels, if I can call it that. No, is it a literary work?
Yes.
of highest magnitude? Okay, Hunger Games. Hunger Games, exactly. We've got a protagonist, a female protagonist, who overcomes obstacles, meets challenges, and achieves success. So it's a classic example of an SAT paragraph that involves drama and our key components. What else? Is there any other trash novels? How about Harry Potter? Same kind of thing? Maybe a little bit more literate. we can kind of cross over here either way. What else?
Twilight.
Twilight, exactly. Twilight definitely goes in the trash novel category here. But same kind of thing. We've got a protagonist, and in this case, female, and overcoming obstacles, meeting challenges, and achieving success. Those are our key components. Anything else? Okay, let's move on. We got literature, we got trash novels. Sarah mentioned something a while ago that we could use for content examples. What was it?
Historical events.
Historical events, exactly. So history. And if it's history, it's full of drama. Because what are historical things all about? Historical events are basically dramatic. That's why they're historical. So do we have any examples from history that we can use to provide content examples to support any thesis the College Board is going to throw at us?
Slavery.
Slavery, exactly. Let's call it so we'll call it slavery. And slavery leads into,
Civil rights movement.
well, even before that,
Civil War.
Civil War, yeah. So slavery and Civil War. And did the slaves have any obstacles to overcome, challenges to meet, and did progress finally ensue?
Just
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. After a lot of turmoil and conflict. So slavery and Civil War is good. What else? You mentioned one more modern than this. What was it?
Civil rights movement.
Civil rights. We talked about Rosa Parks. We can bring in Martin Luther King. So civil rights. The anthem was "We shall overcome." Exactly. How much more dramatic can you get? Obstacles met, challenges overcome, and progress ensues. Individual, social, and both. Anything else from history?
industrial movement.
Industrial Revolution.
Oh, same thing.
Industrial Revolution. That's really good. Industrial Revolution. Have you taken AP Euro?
No.
Now, well, for those of you out there who've taken AP Euro, you've got lots of content examples that can be utilized here. AP Euro is full of historical events that you can fold into an SAT paragraph and utilize. What else?
The Holocaust.
The Holocaust, exactly.
Great Depression.
Great Depression, exactly. Great Depression. Lots of stuff, right? In all of these, what do we have? We have our motif.
Drama.
Drama. Obstacles overcome, challenges met,
Progress.
progress ensues. All of them have enough conflict and context to be able to support any kind of SAT prompt that comes up. By the way, I want to go back to Grapes of Wrath that Jason mentioned a little while ago. Comic relief. In Japan, do you know how they translated Grapes of Wrath?
Oh.
The angry grapes. One of the problems with translation. Oh, and by the way, my book has just been translated into Chinese. So the mainland Chinese now have the whole thing in Mandarin. The essays are kept in English, of course, but the exposition is done in Chinese.
Do they, on that point, do they have like an Amazon in
They
China?
do, but it's not, because the Chinese have kind of a great wall
Yeah.
economically around their country. They don't have Amazon. Instead, they have the Amazon equivalent called Dang Dang. Dang, okay. Anyway, my book is soon to be showing up on Dang Dang. So you guys can also get it at Amazon. Okay, so history, literature, trash novels, what else?
Movies.
Movies, exactly. Movies are fine, you know? Pop culture is good. Because what do movies have? Well, there's two types of movies. There's drama and there's comedy. Which one do we want to use?
Drama.
Drama, exactly. So give me some examples of movies that have drama.
Shrek.
Shrek. This is interesting. Exactly. It doesn't have to be, you know, a real dark and deep dramatic movie. It can be a comedy and have tragic overtones. And Shrek is a guy who has definitely experienced problems socially as well as financially, but he overcomes these problems and eventually hooks up with the heroine. What's her name? Anybody remember?
Princess
Fiona.
Fiona.
Princess Fiona, exactly.
Fiona.
And at the end, you know, they achieve progress. They come together and they've overcome these social obstacles and overcome the hostility of the tiny king and the other members of the court that weren't predisposed to accept them as real human beings.
And they make babies.
Exactly, little Shrek babies. So you could also do along the same lines, Ratatouille. I'm just going to call it Ratatouille. So to continue on with the idea of movies, we got Shrek, we got Ratatouille, a rat that overcomes obstacles to become a restaurateur. Any other movies you guys can think of?
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, nice. At first glance, people would never think to use Legally Blonde in an SAT essay, right? But what does it have going for it? It's got someone who
Overcomes
progress.
overcomes obstacles,
Yeah.
meets challenges, and achieves
Progress.
success, all in a pillbox hat with a little dog. So yeah, you would never think to use Legally Blonde, but it's all good. As long as it has drama, as long as it's got those components, you can use it to support whatever prompt the College Board's going to throw at you. Why? Because those prompts are always real broad-based and can be approached from a lot of different angles. So as long as we're doing this prefabrication of our content examples, by which I mean we prepare our content examples beforehand in various practice essays, when the test rolls around, we've already got 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 prefabricated content examples that we can spin to any kind of prompt that comes up. We take those, put them in our bag of tricks, and we are ready to rock and roll when the test comes around officially. So let's keep going. Anything else besides Legally Blonde? Dark Knight? Yeah. Dark Knight can be used? Sure. Inception? Absolutely. These all have drama, and even if they're science fiction. The Matrix? Absolutely. Neo's the one. Obstacles have been overcome. Progress ensues for humanity that's not tied up to the dreaded machines. Okay, so we got movies. Let's go on to music. And by the way, under movies, last year a lot of people used, who are those blue men?
Avatar.
Avatar. Avatar was perfect. Let's put Avatar down here. That was a good one. And also the one with DiCaprio with the boat. Titanic, sure. Lots of drama. All you need is one paragraph. Encapsulate your content example. And one of the key things your content example has to have, along with overcoming obstacles and meeting challenges, it has to have a lot of detail. The more detail, the better. Details, details, details. I have a whole chapter on my book on details. Content examples from all these different categories that show you what kind of detail you need to incorporate in a paragraph to be able to get a top scoring essay.